All right. At Man Sales, we really focus on everything working together because everything works a little bit and together it works a lot. It's one of our key factors in everything we do business-wise. If you were to hire us to help you in your company or in your sales process, this is a big thing that I touch on with people that they don't seem to understand. Everything works a little bit. I really like to use marketing as this example because there's a million different ways to market. You could do online marketing, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Google, Pinterest, the list goes on. You can do paid ads, you can do organic ads, you can do combo ads, there's so many things. You could also do TV ads, you could do email marketing, you could do billboards, you could do direct mail. You could do text messaging, you could do cold calling, cold outreach. You could actually physically go knock on their door. You have to pick a couple of these. You don't have to pick them all. I mean, unless you're a huge conglomerate. The biggest companies do them all. If you want to be dominant and have market share, you do it all. If you don't have the size, resources, and time to do it all, you need to pick a handful that are the most effective for you or are generating clients that you want. Same thing with your sales. You can't just have one thing to sell. You have to have at least one or two, preferably three, so that you have something for everyone. And same thing with training and techniques. That's why I put up there marketing, sales, and brand. Marketing has many factors. Everything works a little bit. Brand's the same way. Your brand has to show people who you are and has to be associated with a few things that tell people, hey, this is who we associate with. This is who we are. We don't just associate with this one thing. Whether that, for example, we'll say, perfect example, I had a roofing company that they wanted to be associated with the Ford Motor Company. Well, that's great. Ford, built tough. I get that. That's awesome. What else? Because there's not enough people that associate just with that, that's not going to resonate with everyone. You need to resonate with more people. So I said, pick another brand that you guys kind of want to, how do you want to be seen? And then they, had to build their story from there. But my point was, you can't just focus and funnel in on one single thing because at some point that thing may not work. That might be negative. You have to have a couple. So with marketing, you want to have a few funnels that generate your leads. With sales, you want to have a few ways that you contact and process that sale. Whether that's you call them directly, you visit them at home, you send them a text, you email them a prompt. They can buy from you a couple of different ways. And then your brand, you want to be associated with a couple of brands or a couple of other companies or a couple of other things. It's really good. And that's one of the things that me and this gentleman talked about is they're associating their roofing company with the Ford Motor Company, built tough. That's amazing. The second thing we associated with was their area. Let's be in the community where you are. XYZ township is built tough. So now he's associated with Ford and he's associated with the local community. That resonates way better than just one brand association. And, it blows my mind because they're still doing a few $1 million in sales. They're not a small baby business, but now they're on the path to being a $10 to $20 million business rapidly. And it's just those little changes that make the difference. All they did before was direct mail marketing. And I said, well, have you ever ran a Facebook ad? Have you ever ran a Google ad? Have you ever put out a YouTube video? Have you ever shot any content? No's across the board. I said, well, we're going to start doing at least one of those. Pick one that you like, and then we're going to do that. And he was like, oh my God. And I said, if you're already direct mailing, you need to have door knockers. You're sending them something. You might as well send a person to say, hey, did you get the thing that we sent? If so facto, now they do YouTube content and they run ads. They have door knockers and they send direct mail. It was a huge change in the way that they gather leads and make sales. None of them are this blessed, this is all we need. It's no, they work in tandem together. You send the direct mail, then the door knocker comes. The person sees the mail, says, oh, not interested, but they saw the name. They see the door knocker who has the name on the shirt. Oh my God, I saw that piece of mail you guys sent. That's great. And now we've targeted that neighborhood for YouTube content. So if they're ever on their phone, they see a video, if they look up roofing in that township, and it's XYZ Roofing, built tough, and here's our trucks. It's a big ass Ford with their logo on the side. And then here's the county that they're in. They're associated with the township. They're your local provider. As soon as somebody needs a roof in that area, he's now got inbound calls like he's never got before, because people are making that association with their brand, their marketing, and how they sell it. Because now, on top of that, he also now offers the ability for someone to get a quote over the phone. And I told him, I said, that's going to change the game. If they're calling in and they need a roof and say, hey, I need a roof right now, that's great. Let me get you over to a sales associate, bring up the Eagle View, look at the house, and make the pitch. Can we jump on a Zoom real quick? Perfect. They make sales in real time. There's no lag. He had never heard any of these things. Have you?